morning everybody, I'm the Yorkshire Fossil Hunter. Welcome back to the next episode. So today I parked at Cayton Bay and I walked along the cliff to Gristhorpe. Come down at Gristhorpe and I'm going to walk obviously the beach back to Cayton Bay. So it's definitely not for the faint-hearted, this one. It's what I'd class as a bit of an hard trail. There's plenty of big boulders. This bit ain't too bad, it's sandy, but you know, around the headlands it's very slippery and there's big boulders, and even the way down ain't the easiest. But having said that, if you do manage to do it, it's potentially a really good spot for some nice ammonites and various other bits and bobs as well, including possible dinosaur footprints. Always the unexpected here. So let's crack on and hopefully I will see you soon. So it probably doesn't look like much, but that, you can see the middle toe and the two side toes, that's a dinosaur footprint. If you squint your eyes and look hard enough, I know. But they are, most of the time they aren't very well preserved, so you really have got to keep your eye out when you're looking. There's a bit of a fresh fall here, you can see all the black stuff's all organic and, you know, plant matter and stuff like that. So we'll have a good look through all this. Now that potentially looks like a really big one. You can see the heel, and you can see one toe there, one toe there, sorry, one toe there, and one toe there. Unfortunately the middle has been displaced. Hopefully you can see that. If you follow my finger, this is the outprint of it. The claw mark might be up here actually, it might have moved. But that is big. I mean, it's not really collectible because it's not, well, it is collectible, but it's not, if you know what I mean. So we'll leave that there for other people to enjoy. So there's plenty of shells here. These darker coloured beds are absolutely rammed with shells. Imagine you'll get some nice stuff out of it every now and then. So here's an interesting block. You can see there's an ammonite there, and there's a little one there. So it is loose, it's come down in the slump of all that clay. I'm going to try and I'll see if I can try and get a few of them out because they look quite nice and unusual. So I'll get back to you in a minute. So I've managed to get a couple of nice pieces. There's one here there's one ammonite there, there's one there, there's one there. You can see the sutures, and they're really worn, but they're unusual. And then I've got that big one there, it's missing a bit here, but again, the centre's there, and there's also a little one there what I'll stick back on. Hopefully you can work them out because they're quite nice. Might even take that as well, so I've got a bit of the back to put it on. But yeah, something different. You see there's also a nice selection of belemnites here. There's a lot of ones wearing out on there. But these big blocks have all got something to offer. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a seal there. So I'm just going to keep my distance and hopefully it'll chunder away nice and steady. You don't want to rush them. Go on little man, I know you was resting. Hopefully he'll come back up for a rest. There's a huge belemnite in there. Look at the size of that. They're incredibly difficult to collect though, they just come out in pieces, so I'll just leave that there. I've got a few already. So this one's containing a lot of trace fossils. You can see all the lines. That would have been from that'd be worm burrows or some arthropod creature millions of years ago. A bit of a fresh fall here, you can see all the wood in the blocks. So it's worth keeping your eye out when there's a fresh fall. You see loads of detail in it all when you see it up close. It's amazing what people throw away. It's an old Victorian dump. Ugh. Bit of pottery. There's all sorts in here. I won't hang around too much because I'll end up collecting more bottles than out. Old shoes. That's a nice bottle. Oh god, here we go. That's a nice bottle. Look at that. What's the rating on that? Is it complete? Yeah. Burlocks or something. Oh. I'll tell you what, I'll leave that there. Oh god, look at that. No, I'm gonna have a bottle day, aren't I just know it already. I'll leave that one there. There's loads, they're everywhere. Look at it all. Get off it, Mark. If I don't find out, at least I've got some bottles to pick up here. Jesus Christ. There is stuff all over here. And I imagine it hasn't been collected for a while because it's hard conditions getting here. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, look at that, that's lovely, isn't it? Jesus Christ, that'd have been nice. There's definitely a few keepers amongst all this. But for now, look at that. Can you see that? There's a little shrimp in there. Oh, sorry shrimp. Oh Jesus. Right, anyway, onwards and upwards, Mark, come on. Stop looking. So that's quite different. It's coral, but it's really worn, and it's worn that much that the matrix has been removed, so it's sort of beach prepped. But that's cool, that. Yeah, I ain't seen it like that before, so I'll take that. So you can see this belemnite is absolutely massive. It's nearly the size of my hammer, and it's all there. So it's going to come out in pieces, but I'm going to take that, wrap it up and stick it back together when I get home, and it should be a nice piece. So it don't look like much now, but that is a Cadoceras Ammonite. And I'm really happy with that. Hopefully the centre's there and it'll pop out. See all the ribbon on that? That's lovely. That's fine of the day up to now, everyone. Worth it just to come for that little beauty. And the sun's coming out now as well, so what more can you ask for? Happy days. Got some nice bits of root here. There's a bit of wood and there's a little ammonite right above it. Hopefully you can work that out. I'll try and collect that because every ammonite from here is quite special, I think. So I don't know if you'll be able to work that out very well. Let me just make sure the lens is clean for you. That is a tooth. That is my first ever tooth from up this way. That's my first ever tooth, I think. Let me think about it. Apart from my jaw section, but I didn't find that, so happy with that. And then next to it there was this weird looking ammonite, so I'll take that as well in the block. So yeah, it's looking like a really good day today. Glad I came here. And there is my second ever tooth. The tip's missing, but I ain't bothered. I'm going to take that because it's my second ever tooth. Then I've just come across this big block, and can you see the ammonites? There's one there, and there's one there, and there might be a few more in there, so there's a little one there. I'll have a little chisel on this, see if I can get some full ones out. So I managed to get one out. You can just see the outer whale going around that way. I'm happy with that. I think they're like Goliathceras or something like that. I've had them before. They're really nice ammonites, really deep centres. but there's probably a few more in there. But you know, you're better off in these sort of places letting the sea do most of the work for you, letting it weather out naturally, and then coming back, you know, every couple of months or something and getting a bit more. There's no point breaking that block up into 1,000 pieces now, because you literally destroy it all. So yeah, just collect what you can see. There's no rush at this place. All the seals are watching you anyway. Loads of seals out there keeping an eye on you, so don't be over collecting. Well, as you can see, the seal's still here, so he's clearly just resting. He looks fine. He's been growling at me, so I think he's quite aware. Yeah, he's very alert. So I think we'll just leave him be. I might give BD MLR a call later on, just to make him aware. I've took some videos and pictures. I'll send them to them and they can make the judgment call. I've got the freeware app, so they'll be able to come and find his exact location if they want. Right, onwards and upwards. I don't suppose I'll get much on the way back, because it really does, you know, drop off and go barren. But till I find out, I will see you soon. So I've just come across this. I've managed to get it out the block, and they don't normally have centres, but I mean that's the most complete one I've ever seen up to now from this location. Siggles something or other. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but I've got as good a chance as any with that one. And if that's all there, I'll tell you what, that'll be one of my best ammonites, that, because you just don't find them. Well, you obviously do, because I've just found one, but they're super rare and not very well collected here at all. I'm nearly back on the beach at Cayton Bay now, so plenty of time. The tide's just turned. This bit here, if you're too late, you are stuck, and you really don't want to be stuck on these rocks during a high tide. So you need to be back on this beach, you know, just after low tide at the very latest, because there's some spots from there what I'll have you. But I'll have a rummage through here and see if I can get any more of these. And then in the middle of nowhere, where there shouldn't really be one of them, there is a perfect cannonball. No, I'll leave it on camera, but they won't be out in it, obviously. Here we have got a little, tiny little Elegantosaurus. That's alright, isn't it? Don't mind that. I put that in the bag. Of all places to find one here. Bloody hell. I think this, what I'm walking on, this clay stuff, must be glacial till. So maybe that's where the cannonball came from. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, I'm sure someone will let me know. But there's a lot of clay here, and it's got to have come from somewhere, so maybe it's not too dissimilar from the Alderness coast, this part. But I'm nearly back at the ramp now, so I don't think I'll get out else. And plus I've got to be in Scarborough very soon. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, I will see you on my next adventure.